You know what blows my mind? Given what I do, I meet corporate professionals every single week who are crushing it at their jobs. I'm talking about senior managers, HR directors, finance executives, IT specialists. They are making six figures. Brilliant people who can solve $1 million problems for their companies. And before lunch. But when they try to make money outside their job, what happens? Crickets. It's not because they are not smart. It's not because they don't work hard enough. And it's not definitely because, like they don't have valuable skills. The problem is way more inside us than that. So in the next 10 minutes, I am going to show you exactly why intelligent, competent, corporate employees struggle to make money outside their jobs, and more importantly, how to fix that without quitting your job or spending 40 hours a week creating content and dancing on TikTok. Now stick around, because what I'm about to share with you goes against everything the hustle culture gurus have been telling you. So here's the first reason why a smart corporate employees struggle. Reason number one: they are trapped in what I call the competent cage. Let me explain. See, in your corporate job, you get paid for being competent at one specific thing. Professionals get paid for HR. Finance people get paid for finance. IT specialists get paid for IT solutions. Your company has literally trained you, sometimes over decades, to be really good at solving problems for them. But here's what it never taught you: how to package that expertise, how to position that knowledge, and how to sell that transformation. So think about it like this: being the world's best chef who only knows how to cook in someone else's kitchen, using someone else's recipes for someone else's customers. You are incredibly good at what you do, but you've never learned how to run your own restaurant. And see, this is where it gets really interesting. You know what the difference is between you and someone making, say, $20,000 a month as a consultant or a coach in a field? It's not that they know more than you know. Half the time, you know more than they do. The difference is they learn to package knowledge into an offer. They learn to position themselves as the solution. And they learn to sell transformation instead of just giving away expertise. So you are still out there thinking, if I just worked harder, if I just get one more certification, if I just become even more of an expert. But that's not the game. I had a conversation with a brilliant HR executive I think it was 2 months ago, 25 years of experience, literally wrote the employee handbook for a big company. She came to me frustrated because she had been trying to start a consulting business for 3 years and had made like $240 in 3 years. You know what her problem was? She thought she was selling HR consulting. She wasn't. She was trying to sell what she knew: her expertise, her credentials, her experience. But nobody cares about that. And that brings me to the second reason corporate employees struggle: the credentials delusion. Yes, the credentials delusion. So in the corporate world, credentials matter. Your MBA matters. Your certification matters. Your job title matters. So you think the same rules apply when you're building something on the side. You think, okay, I need to be more credentialed. I need more certification. I need to prove I am the expert. But here's what I discovered after working now close with hundreds of corporate professionals. The marketplace doesn't pay for credentials. The marketplace pays for transformation. So nobody's lying awake at night, maybe 2 a.m. thinking, man, I really need someone with an MBA or 15 years of experience in organization development. You know what they're thinking? How do I get my team to actually execute on our strategy? How do I stop losing my best employees? How do I create systems that work without me micromanaging everything? You see the difference? They are not buying your credentials. They are buying the result of what you can do for them. So it's like this. Imagine you're at a restaurant. You're starving, hungry. The waiter comes over and says, our chef has 3 Michelin stars. He's trained in Paris for 10 years and he has 47 certification. Okay, boy, I get that. That is cool story, bro. But what's in the menu? That's all people care about. What's the transformation? What's the result? What changes in my life or business because of what you do? So your corporate job told you to lead with credentials. But that is because that's how you got promoted. That's how you got hired. That's how you proved your worth. But in the marketplace, credentials are table stakes at best and completely irrelevant at worst. So I can't tell you how many times I have seen someone with barely any corporate experience out earn a seasoned executive in the consulting space. Why? Because they learned to sell transformation, not credentials. They learn to speak to the pain, not the process. They learn to promise results, not recite their resume. This is key. This is key. So here's the third reason, and the one that's killer, the time trap. Corporate employees think they need to trade their corporate hours for side hustles. They think success outside their job means working nights, weekends, sacrificing time with family, grinding until they burn out. But here's the truth that nobody in the hustle culture wants you to know. You don't need more time. You need better leverage. See, your corporate taught you to think in terms of hours. So you work 40, 50, 60 hours a week and you get paid a salary. More hours, more output, more value to the company. But when you're building your own offer, the rules change completely. You're not getting paid for hours, you're getting paid for outcomes. Let me give you an example. I worked with a financial executive who was trying to build a financial planning business on the side. He was spending like 20 hours a week trying to get clients, meeting people for coffee, doing free consultations, creating content nobody's watching. After 6 months, he had made exactly around, I think, $2,000. But you know what changed? We built him one offer using my two-phase offer builder. Not a service, not I'll do financial planning for you, a specific transformation. The 90-day wealth acceleration blueprint for corporate executives. He packaged his 20 years of corporate finance experience into a 6 weeks program that solved one specific problem: how to accelerate wealth building without changing your lifestyle. So 3 months later, he made almost $20,000. Same expertise, same knowledge, same person, different packaging. So, and then different positioning. Same person, different packaging, different positioning, different offer. And here's the beautiful part. He was spending less time on it, not more. Why? Because he stopped trading hours for dollars and started selling transformation at scale. See, when you learn to package your expertise into an offer, you can serve 5 or even 50 people with the same amount of effort. So when you learn to position yourself properly, clients come to you instead of you chasing them. When you learn to sell transformation, you charge $5,000 for something that takes 6 hours to deliver. Because you are not selling 6 hours, you are selling 20 years of condensed wisdom. That's what you're selling. But now corporate employees miss this completely because they are stuck in the other employee mindset. Time equals to money hours, equals to value, more work, equals to more reward. Nope, not out here. Not in the real world of entrepreneurship. Here, leverage equals to money. Outcome equals to value. Better position equals to more reward. So here's the fourth reason. And this one might sting a little bit. So you know too much. I call it the knowledge curse. Stay with me. So you've spent years, maybe decades, becoming an expert in your field. You understand the nonsense, the complexities, the 47 different variables that affect the outcome. And because you know all of this, you think you need to teach all of it. It's like trying to teach someone to drive by first explaining the internal combustion engine, the physics of friction, the chemical compositions of gasoline. Nobody needs all that to drive to the grocery store. They just need to know, okay, accelerate here, brake like this, the steering wheels change direction. So your corporate job rewarded you for knowing all these details, for having all these answers, for being the person who could explain all these complex things. But in the marketplace, simplicity sells, clarity converts, confusion actually kills. So people don't buy complexity, they buy simplicity that solves their complex problem. The irony is this: the more you know, the harder it is to make this shift. Because you think, but there are so many answers, there are so many exceptions, there are so many things that need to be understood. And you're right, but they don't need to understand it all to get started. They need to understand enough to say yes to the transformation. Then you teach them the details. Think about it like this: when you learned how to drive, did your instructor start with a 6 weeks course on automotive engineering? No. They put you in the car, showed you the basics, and got you driving. Then over time, you learn the answers. The same thing with offers. You don't need to dump 20 years of expertise into a single program. You need to extract one transformation that solves the one problem your ideal client is desperate to solve. Everything else, that's later. That's the ascension path. That's the premium offer. That's for the tension program, but not for the front door. So here's what all this comes down to. Smart corporate employees struggle to make money outside their job because they are trying to apply corporate rules to entrepreneurial games. You're trying to sell credentials in a marketplace that buys transformation. You're trying to trade hours in a space that rewards leverage. You're trying to teach complexity with people who pay simplicity. But here's the good news. Once you understand these four traps, we are talking about the competent cage, the credential delusion, the time trap, the knowledge curse, then you can actually use your corporate expertise to your advantage. Because here's what nobody's telling you. You don't need to start from scratch. You don't need to become a content creator and dance on TikTok. You don't need to quit your job and risk everything. You just need to learn three simple things. Number one is how to package your expertise into an irresistible offer using a framework like my two-phase offer builder that specifically works for busy professionals. Number two, how to package yourself as the solution for a specific solution, not just another expert with credentials. Number three, how to sell the transformation in a way that's authentic to who you are, not the salesy tactics, no 80-hour work weeks, no pretending to be someone you're not. That's it. So these three skills are skills you can learn while keeping your corporate job, spending less than 5 hours a week and without even sacrificing your sanity. Because remember what I said in the beginning, the difference between you and a consultant making, say, $20,000 a month isn't knowledge. It is these three skills, and skills can be learned. So now if you're watching this and thinking, but Coach Richard, this makes sense, but I have no idea where to start, I've got you covered. I've created a free training that walks you through exactly how to package your corporate expertise and turn it into a profitable offer using my two-phase offer builder, specifically designed for busy professionals who don't have time to waste. The link is in the description below. And here's what I want you to do. Here is what I want you to understand before you go. You're not broken. Your expertise isn't worthless. You don't need another certification or more experience. You just need to stop playing by the corporate rules when you're trying to build an entrepreneurial asset. Because the same intelligence that made you successful in your corporate career, that same intelligence can make you financially free outside of it. Think about it. So you just need the right framework. So check out that training in the description, and in the meantime, I want you to remember this: the marketplace doesn't care how much you know. The marketplace pays for how well you package what you know into transformation. So stop selling expertise, start selling transformation. That's when everything changes. And guess what? I will see you in the next one.